Steven de Waal, Chairman of the Public Space Foundation. Thank you for cooperating with this interview. You are, as the name of the Public Space Foundation says, an authority on the public space. My assumption is that we are seeing an erosion of trust in the Netherlands, mainly because of the child allowances scandal and what happened in Groningen due to the earthquakes because of the exploration for gas. Do you share that assumption that we see an erosion of trust?
You should further outline in what kind of institution or thing or leadership we have trust. My main point for the last 20 years is that I challenged government to see that they can work together with citizens and with non-profits and NGOs and cooperatives, etc. So
how do you see that collaboration in the Netherlands then between the government and the public if you look at these two examples?
That's my main point. My main point is that after 20 years of discussion about the role of citizenship and civil society, that we now see that the government itself and the public administration is less successful than probably most Dutch people thought, which I was always critical about what they pretended they could do without citizens or without NPOs or without professional organizations in the public services. So in my view, we only now see what was coming, that government can't do everything. And has too much of an ambition to do everything well, or can have a central directorships over society and economy, and that's, in my view, 20 years of bullshit that is now coming up. And
so are you saying that the Dutch government is failing its citizens?
Yeah. And they are failing themselves. They are failing because they thought they could do everything one directional, hierarchical, political, and that citizens should obey and listen and work with them, but always in their hierarchy. So they had, in my view, the wrong vision on citizenship. They thought they were obedient and they should listen. And as I called in 2015, it's paternalistic, it's regentesque. So, and that's in my view. And the second thing is, you call it that we now see a lack of public trust. What I also see is that it's now much more visible because of the new ICT and media technology, what I called in my last book, the disruptive power of citizens, because you can now massively and fast organize citizens from the bottom up, from down to top. So you can
do you see
visible.
Yes.
So the unrest is visible. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Do you see social media like Twitter, for example, as a blessing then?
There are two ways of looking at this. When you, like me, select very well who you listen to on Twitter, then it's a very nice internationally working network tool. And I can watch by the minute the results of research worldwide, of debates worldwide, of issues that are coming up in South American countries or Chinese, although the dictators are also very censoring social medias like Putin and Xi Jinping and Erdogan also. So you can see that it's a very nice tool to listen to the worldwide research and debates. It is also a tool that people use to shout and comment and criticize everybody and everything. And that's not my point where I listen. It's not the thing I use.
Okay. Well, what do you think that the Dutch government should do to restore that eroded trust?
Yeah, but my main point is that probably the unrest already was there underneath all kind of people working in healthcare and in education and farming now. But it's now much more visible and physical threatening. So it's a kind of physical protest, like organizing the farmers' protest of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You no longer need the classical Dutch systems of umbrella organizations and people talking for their background and talking as a representative of your interests. It's over. It's direct. It's direct and visible. And that's so I'm a bit cynical if there really is a big lack of trust that was there before. I think it was already 10 years waning.
Yeah.
And we now can see it.
Yeah, so there is a problem, and you say that problem has been in existence for much longer than most people think. But still, there is a problem. What is the solution to the problem, if any?
Yeah, the solution should be, in my view, that the government and public administration learn to be less arrogant and less hierarchical and less directional towards citizens, that they listen to the active citizens that want to cooperate, want to organize themselves, want to challenge even government policies, but also have an alternative. I've recently been cooperating in a conference about energy transition. And the main thing I think we should listen to are the active citizens that organize themselves in sustainable energy corporations. So I think we should abolish the thought that government can do anything and can everything and should only listen to the citizens and then do the right thing. I think that's totally over.
Is France, in your view, a good example where they instituted citizen panels and also did something with the results, or Ireland with the recent abortion law?
Yeah, I recently chaired a debate about this, and the main thing is that Ireland is a better example than France, because in France, Macron made the big mistake that he put in place all kinds of citizen panels, and they had very nice ideas about climate change and all kinds of economical things, but he only took over a small proportion of their proposals, so only 10%. Yeah. So that's the main way to abolish citizens and to make them your enemy, which I think was probably visible in the elections. So Macron made a very big mistake, as the Dutch government also has made around referenda, that they put in place referenda and then do nothing with an outcome that doesn't convene them. That's a very stupid way of listening to people.
What could the first 1 or 2 or 3 very concrete steps be that the Dutch government should take, in your view?
Yeah, they should embrace all kinds of initiatives that are going on. There are cooperatives working in healthcare, in education, in energy, and they should embrace them and partner with them and listen to them and work along their vision. And the main thing now, we now have a big battle going on, a big public protest of agriculture and farmers. I think they should listen to the good farmers that want to be more sustainable, a better agriculture, listening to climate and working with climate. So they should put in place and listen, especially to the active farmers that are already embracing the corporate citizenship that is necessary in the future agriculture. So they, in my view, they stimulate protest because they think they still can do everything and could put in place all kind of targets and ambitions and roadmaps. And it's not true. It's true they should listen to the good behavior and the good ambitions and the good entrepreneurship that's already visible in farmers.
Yeah. So if I hear you correctly, you're saying that dialogue is a necessary precondition for trust.
Dialogue and partnership, real
Dialogue
partnership,
and partnership.
adult partnership, not kind of paternalistic listening to citizens and then doing something totally different. It's about really cooperating with citizens, especially when citizens have already organized themselves. As you can see now in the good farmers, the sustainable farmers in agriculture, they should embrace this new vision, including probably also doing some measures inside of towards farmers that are not listening to the new road and the new future, but they should cooperate with the good citizens amongst the agriculture.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should continue this discussion at the ELP Annual Leadership Conference on October 6th. And I thank you very much for sharing your insights in this interview.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Yeah, thank you.